Listen, CJ, blame the bot, not me. It's not my fault. Hey, Cosmic Bunny, thank you for the lurk. Yeah, blame the new bot that we had in. What else were we doing? Okay. Yeah, my favorite ones, it seems. Also, your coffee was missing. It is not going well for you, huh? Welcome in, how are you? I'm currently drinking coffee, and I have to play with the controller for this damn demo, which there is much controversy on already. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go, if I'm honest. I mean, it's just the prologue demo, and already there's a whole discussion page on it had AI image in it, which, you know, is a big no-no these days. And apparently it's only 10 minutes long, so, like, 10-minute stream. Let's go. Oh, God. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know. I really don't know. Although we've already all laid 4 eggs, so, you know. CJ, you're still there on the screen. You got a little flower. Look, you're so cute. Let's see if you lay more eggs. I want a full recap. You're going for a nap soon. Oh my god, you're not even gonna watch? That is lame. Lame. You don't nap during my stream? What the heck? I'm insulted. You've insulted me, CJ. I hope you know that. I'm gonna go cry in a corner. And I'll tell everyone it's your fault that I'm sad. You've had all day. Yeah, a 10-minute stream, apparently. Apparently that's how long this demo is, and it's what everyone wanted me to play, so I don't even think there's much to do but look at the story. So I'm unsure. I am unsure. I will load the game up though, and we'll go in. We'll see what it's about, man. I am kind of scared. Let's see what it does. Or if it's anything. Apparently there's a cat though, so you love cats. We do. We really do. I was gonna say today, but you're busy, so. Yes, I will enjoy. We will try to enjoy.
I was born to be the collector. To protect a world I cannot be a part of. Destined to be feared for what I am. It is my fate. I have devoted my life to facing them. Those granted the power to raise souls. Those corrupted by their gifts. Tilting the ancient balance toward cataclysm. But at last, their debt is due. Every choice, every breath has led me to this moment. As the moon bears witness, I take the first step.
It looks so freaking cool. Oh my god.
I am ready.
Okay, intense, but also kind of badass. Let's go. You never really get witch games, so I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited. This is on my wish list. So we shall see. Okay. That's okay. Oh, it's third person. What? What? Oh, shit. Okay. X to gather Lux. Okay, but she looks so freaking cool. And then... Wait, I'm not good at aiming. Did I do it right? Okay. You'll all have to bear with me. I'm not good with controllers, and I'm currently using a controller. So this could go one or two ways. Okay. Silly, hello. Yes, thank you so much for lurking. Okay, but I already feel the vibe. I love it. Kitty's eating things. CJ, don't look. Okay, and then I guess I have to aim it at that. Interesting. Oh shit, did I do it wrong? I'm not sure how I feel about third person. Or bringing something to life, I guess. Are we evil? Oh my god. What the heck? Wait, what am I aiming at now? I don't want to hit a cat. Please. Oh god, it's making me hit a cat. The spirit. A whisper from across the void. A touch from the netherworld. The spirit holds so many secrets. Confirm. Okay. He is our kitty, I guess. I think I need to work on my graphics or something. They look weird.
Please come in.
Professor Lucas?
Yes. Yes, and you must be Cleo. I'm up here. Please join me.
Be right there.
I went from being a badass witch to just... Okay. Expert in paleography in the Department of History. Okay. Okay, then I guess we have to go to him.
Please join me, Cleo.
Pleased to meet you, Professor Lucas.
The pleasure is mine, Cleo. I'm glad you called.
Were you looking for something in particular?
I was, but my intricate classification system failed me once again. You know, this is the exact spot where I met your father for the first time.
Really?
Yes, he was looking for essays on Rembrandt and other Dutch masters. His arms were brimming with books. He could barely see in front of himself.
That sounds like my father. Yes.
I recognized myself in his eagerness to learn. The same eagerness that brings you here, I suppose.
I know it's a demo, but I feel like
Yes.
the
I
graphics are a
have the
little
letter
weird.
you gave me. Could you have a look?
I'm not sure though,
Absolutely. Let's go to my desk.
if it's just me.
So how's my dear friend Erin?
You called my father a friend.
Of course.
He never talked about you before giving me the letter.
I was devastated when he told me about his condition.
Dude, where are we
I'm
going?
sorry, Cleo.
He told you. When?
I saw him about a year ago. He warned me that you were going to call when you were ready.
Oh. I guess he told you a lot.
Not much more. He is a very private person, as you know. Now, let's see that intriguing letter.
I can't read past the first line my father wrote. And then there's this last part at the end. Both are in English, but everything else is... I was hoping you could help me. I've never seen anything like this before. The writing seems to be hidden behind some sort of veil, and there's movement in it. It's like something organic.
You're absolutely right. I've only seen this once before. I have a 300-year-old manuscript that has the same protective layer, which means that this letter is from the Zandaris tribe.
I hope the audio is okay for everyone also.
Yes. It's a very ancient tribe. I wonder how your father got this letter.
Can you decipher it?
I'm afraid I can't. But there is a tome in here on ancient writing that mentions the Zandaris' protected communication. Although
I'm guessing
finding
then
it
this is
may
just
be a
them
bit of a
discovering
challenge. I think I
through
might have
the
stored it
histories
a little too well.
as they decipher
The
the
library's
text,
registry
maybe?
should help.
We're gonna... This is the ledger. Okay. We want to track that, I guess. Read. And, oh god. We have to... What was it that we... What was it that we had to find? Was it the witchcraft, which is in... Section 18? Which I suppose is upstairs.
Have a look in the ancient writing systems section. That's probably our best option.
Wait, the ancient writing system. Dude, Where is that? Ancient and forgotten civilizations. Section 6. Why can I not read these stupid ass numbers? V1, okay, V1.
Have you checked the ancient writing system section? The library's registry might help. It's right there in the center.
Also, to anyone watching who isn't subscribed or doesn't have Twitch Turbo, ads are about to begin. Please go grab yourself a drink. Didn't I just search through all that? I swear I literally just looked through that. Ancient writing systems and language. Section 6. Which is... Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm guessing... It's V1, not IV. Mm-hmm. Hello, Poolie. Welcome in. Coffee? Did you get your coffee? Oh, you're drinking tea today, Poolie. That's fitting. You prefer tea. How's the game going? So far, it's okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give it a go because when I was reading the discussions on the Steam store thing, there was use of AI found in images, and yeah, some people were looking past it, but
Protected Zendare's information was only decipherable through an object. Something called a Hipparin?
I really like the look of it.
Of course.
So you've heard of it before?
I thought it was a legend. It varies depending on the source. I've never seen one.
They said it appears as something unremarkable.
I wonder, has your father ever given you something other than the letter? Something like a key or a pendant?
He gave this to me when I was a child. But I don't think it has anything to do with...
Fascinating.
I don't see how this could help us decipher a language.
Doesn't hurt to try.
yes, I agree. Like, although if you think about it, AI has been used in games for a long time because they use it for like all the mapping and yeah. So I suppose it's how it's used.
It's all right. Aaron has thought this through. There must be something that we're missing. Something to activate it, maybe.
What makes you so sure that my father was behind this?
Would it really be so surprising?
I just wish he had told me more before he...
I understand, but this
Like,
is
I feel like
his
it's a
way to
game
do
I
so.
will want to play,
Aaron made sure
but at the moment the
that we would
controls
meet
feel
in this
very
room.
stiff. I
He's
don't
a
know how else
brilliant
to
man.
describe
None
them.
of this is coincidence. Have a look around. See if there's anything that piques your interest. Something only you could notice.
Did you know that my father donated a bust of Rembrandt to this school?
I didn't. I'm afraid to say I never paid much attention to their donors.
That must mean something, right? I know he loves this school, but...
I'd say follow that lead. There's a section in this library dedicated to Rembrandt.
Now we have to find the frickin' numbers
You
again.
might want to look into anything related to Rembrandt, Cleo. It makes perfect sense if we try to think as your father would.
So we need section XIV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 14 is upstairs at the back. I saw a lot of people were also saying how it's just a lot of back and forth and clicking. Which I understand people might not like that. This is it, right? XVI. It was XIV, okay. But this is just the prologue, you know, so...
Show me everything your father might have left you, Cleo. 2 heads are better than 1.
Did I do it? It was XIV,
Rembrandt
right?
lead makes a lot of sense. There's a section on Rembrandt and the Dutch Golden Age up on the mezzanine. You should take a look.
I just did. I swear to the Lord.
If Aaron did leave us something, it wouldn't be surprising if it tied back to Rembrandt in one way or another.
XIV. Yes. That's the section I literally just looked at. So it should be here somewhere, but I'm not finding anything.
I'm not sure your father left you anything here, but I do know he would have.
Like, am I missing something? Am I stupid? Oh, I have to move it? Cleo, you're close. This text is from an old acquaintance. I trust you will know what to do. And the movement feels a bit stiff and... yeah.
Come now, show me what you have found.
My father left me a note.
Wonderful.
I don't understand it, but my name's on it.
Let's see.
Do you know what these symbols mean?
It seems to refer to a special tool. A sacred tool, most probably, and blood from, I think it specifies lifeline.
Blood from a lifeline. I remember. From the hand.
I need to turn off the friggin' controller rumble because it's so friggin' annoying.
That's it. That's the Hiparan. Aim it at the letter. Are you all right?
Yes. It's...
Cleo, if you're reading this,
Papa?
it means you're experiencing Nux. It's this dark energy you can feel through your guts. Don't worry. It's yours, Cleo. And you'll become its master. You're my daughter, Mabel, and I love you deeply. I once promised to tell you everything about your mother. This is it, but not the way you were expecting. Take these words as a guide to prepare you for what's coming. It all started on December 30th, 1999. I was with Agnes, my girlfriend at the time. We were in Amsterdam for the year 2000 celebrations, and we had a room in a pretty cool hotel. I thought we were turning the page on a year, a century, a millennium. But it was more than that. We were standing at the beginning of a new cycle. And you, Mabel, would be part of it. Everything starts with Agnes, as far as you and I are concerned, Cleo. But in fact, it's hard to grasp how ancient this story is. Agnes was different. An old soul, yet joyful, always surprised by life. From the very beginning, it felt as though she already knew me. It was awesome. Agnes had planned something for us in our room that night. Some of her belongings had already been delivered. Ancient artifacts. I was fascinated.
Yeah, apparently some of those images are,
Truly,
AI.
I had no idea what Agnes had in mind. But you know what, Cleo? I didn't care. I was in love. I never questioned Agnes's actions. She had a way of making me feel important and wanted. Needed, even. As we walked to her room, I felt a new kind of excitement. Impossible to describe. I didn't yet know I was about to lose my grip on reality. As you'll see, Mabel, losing my grip on reality is an understatement. The truth is, I never had a grip on anything at all. The closer we got, the more something stirred in my veins. Nothing unpleasant. More as though the city's canals were running through my body.
No
There
way,
was something
Martha.
electric about Agnes.
Oh my
A
God.
force emanated
Okay.
from her. A force I was about to discover. All in all, what awaited me in that room never felt threatening, Cleo. Deep inside, somehow, it always felt as though I'd been chosen. Agnes went directly to the bathroom to put on her magic touch, she said. She didn't need any in my view. She was being literal, I guess. Could you set up my relics the way I told you to? She asked from the bathroom. I had to rummage through a chest, a shelf, even her bag to find those things of hers. So old they were unsettling.
And what else do I have to search through? What? What else? This kind of looks like some sort of sex show. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What else did I have to look through? Chest? Yes, okay.
Did all my mirrors get installed? She asked. Yes. They had been placed around the bed, and the bed had been moved. Even now, I don't know how, or by whom.
Okay, sex, I knew it.
When everything was ready as Agnes requested, she came out of the bathroom. She was...
I don't know what's appropriate for Twitch and what's not, but it's in the game, so it must be okay,
I have
right?
no words to describe what followed Cleo. It felt ethereal until I lost the thread.
Or they just dry humping. Yeah, they need to work on facial animations or something. And maybe take his clothes off if they want it to be realistic. Oh my god.
I woke up or something. I'm still not sure. I was a cat, Cleo. Yes, you read that well. I was a cat. The room was like in a nightmare. Agnes was floating, literally.
Oh my god, I'm
and
a
seemed
cat.
frozen in time. Of course, I thought I was dreaming, but not for long. It was too real somehow. I could feel the fur on my body. My senses were heightened. Everything I saw or heard became a voice calling me. Go further, and you'll see. Go further, and you'll see. The further I went, the more real my sensations became. Yet the world around me felt increasingly... It was scary, disturbing. But something was definitely calling to me, from what seemed to be the other side. And then, in a forest... Yes, a forest. I knew it in my bones. It was someone calling me. A woman. Things were blurring together, Cleo. My cat spirit, a thirst for freedom, for leaping onto anything, and my pull toward her calls. And I saw her, frozen in time, like Agnes in the room. And my cat spirit again, a need to size her up.
Daughter of apothecary Willem Brooklyn and of Angela, whose family name has been forgotten. She was raised by the descendants of the Banderas tribe to prepare her for her role as the Collector. She is the direct descendant of Terra, the first giver in the Giver-Collector bloodline. The first of the Zendaris to receive Nux and spread it upon the earth. Okay, what does it want me to do? Okay, I have to jump.
Then it happened. For a brief moment, I became fully feline.
Welcome, Patarazzi. Welcome, Eren.
Eren? You know my name? We talk? I can talk? I was in shock, Cleo. Nothing made sense.
Yes, you are my union, my Patarazzi.
I'm a cat.
Of course.
But what?
Did no one tell you about the ceremony? Where you come from?
What? No! What do you mean?
It matters not for now. I'm Noah, the Collector. Those are the Zendaris. Follow me, and I shall explain in all. We've much to do this night.
It was the only thing I could do anyway, Cleo. That woman, Noah, she seemed like the only one who could clarify all this.
Okay. We finished it. I knew it would only be short. But goddamn, we finished it. Does anyone have any thoughts? Do we have any thoughts, or are we all just like CJ's probably sleeping? I feel like it was good. It still has a long way to go. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes. My thoughts. Okay, let's go into the thoughts of this. I feel like it has potential, but I hope it's more than just going back and forth and clicking buttons. I know that's the whole point, obviously, of a game. Like, you just go around clicking buttons, but that kind of ruined the immersion for me. Also, like, that scene, that, like, intimate scene, which is obviously a big part of, like, the story, he still had clothes on. Like, they need to, like, fix things like that are obviously taking you out of the realism. It did feel a lot like an interactive visual novel, which I have nothing against, but it's classified as a action adventure. And for the beginning, for the prologue, it didn't feel very action adventure to me. A lot took me out of the immersion. And the graphics, kind of, like, I'm not sure if it was just my graphics card or if it's just how it's optimized, but they were, I don't know, it felt a little fuzzy. So I'm not sure. Like, I want to play it, I want to enjoy it because it does seem like it has potential, but it just felt really choppy and very, like, the stiff. It didn't flow. Does that make sense? Like, for me, it makes sense that it did not flow like a game should. It was silly. It was kind of goofy, to be honest. The story seems neat, but the way it was told is like it was taking itself a bit too seriously. Yes, like there were multiple points where I broke from the immersion. I feel like they need to try and keep that immersion, especially in the first 30 minutes of the game. That's when you really want to grab your audience, and for me, I'm grabbed, but I'm also like, is this gonna be it? Like, I'm just going around and clicking buttons and going upstairs, downstairs. You know, I'm not sure if I'm making sense. I'm trying to get my head around it a little bit. like, there are some reviews here, like, people are like, I liked the vibe, the theme. They liked the lightning and the cat, obviously, that you get to pick it. But they didn't like the dialogue, and that the people didn't feel natural. It was just awkward and stiff. And for a demo, it's very light gameplay, like you don't really get anything. You don't even get a puzzle, you know? Yeah, they just feel like they don't... I don't know how to explain it. Like, the words are on the tip of my tongue. The characters just feel like they're there, you know? They don't fully feel like they're immersed in what the game developer is trying to portray, I guess. I'll keep my eye on it. It's still gonna be on my wish list, but I'm not like 100% sold from the demo. So maybe, it's a maybe if I'll get it. And now I guess, like, I'll let you guys vote what we do next. I do have another demo called Soulbound, or we can just play some Stardew. What are we all in the mood for? Because I am up for anything, if I'm honest. I'll have to change the title quickly. See, I'm not going to say I'm feeling disappointed, because I'm not disappointed, but also I do feel kind of disappointed. Okay, I think we're just going to do some Stardew. We can do some stuff on Stardew. We're also, from the last stream we did, which is yesterday's stream, we reached 51%, so... we are so close to reaching the 100%, which I am very excited about. Yesterday, we were just on Ginger Island searching for the golden walnut. That was like my aim, and I think I have like 11 to find to open up Mr. Kree's walnut room, which I'm very excited about. But like these last few are really getting on my nerves. It's like they don't want to just, you know, pop up. We are literally 11 walnuts away. And then we'll be into the walnut room, which I am very excited about. So yeah, we will hop over into the game now. I'm just setting it up for everyone. Probably should have... It's gonna go to a black screen. I'm sorry. There we go. Hopefully it'll go onto Stardew now. We are so close now. We can turn the media player down a bit too. I'm very excited. 51%. Hopefully I saved it all. Although I keep missing people's birthdays and it's so annoying. Okay. Let us get going. It's Maru's birthday today. What the heck is Maru gonna like? I might fast until the luau tomorrow. We need to do the luau. It's something we desperately need to do. I still haven't done it. And I need to put my blobfish in the tank. Strawberries are a fave? Okay, thank you so much, Vasily. Or gathering at the beach for the luau. Yes, I will be there this time, I promise. Where's my blobfish? What other fish should we put in? Oh, we're gonna have to put a red mullet in. That is for sure. Do I just click on the fish tank then? Look at him just blobbing on. Can I put anything else in there with them? Or is it just how it's gonna be? Currently leveling up with everyone, so everyone's face etched into my brain. They're etched into your brain. I need them etched into my brain because I am I'm terrible, honestly. I forget. Can I put things? Wait, I have a knowledge shell right there. I kind of want to see if I can put things in the tank also. What is sheep? Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for your happy flap. And you have a mocco with whip, my favorite. How are you doing? Okay, there are things I need to keep. I need my lucky boxes. Oh my god, we're on a 7-stream streak. Let's go. I'm doing okay. We just played a demo of a game, so we're just vibing. We need to water our flowers. Because the sprinklers don't seem to do anything. Okay, nothing in here yet. I hate when my inventory is a mess. I can sell you. We're basically waiting for our banana to grow now. Yes, I found a level 3 one, so I feel like that's better. Right, I need to turn that down a bit. There we go. Materials. And we can plant this corn, why not? We have so much corn, we may as well just plant it. We still have a bit more corn. Oh lord. It's not something I majorly need to plant. So it's fine. What can we take to the luau thing tomorrow? Because I feel like it's important. We need to get... Is it a superior rating or something from the governor as an achievement? But I'm not sure what gets him, like, what will make it great. Mayonnaise? Will mayonnaise work? Maybe. Possibly. And we're doing all this, so, as well, I need kegs. So we're doing copper for kegs for right now. And I have so much copper. It just needs melting down. Okay. We need to take that to Gunther. Woolly Pops, thank you so much for hydrating me. I don't think there's anything else in there that I need. I will take a drink now. Does coffee count?
7,000
oh my god.
fucking pigeons. Eat this man.
Oh god. You summoned the pigeon. Charlotte, hello, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. You cast denial on the shrimpification. Damn it. You have a black coffee today. Sounds delicious. Right, okay, I think we only have one thing. And thank you so much for the happy flap. Okay, we have a lot. Oh god. You need it? You just woke up. I could do with a nap right now, if I'm being honest. I usually have like a nap during the day, because, you know, I'm like a grandma. Thank you for the head pats. And the celebration with the Dynamos. Oh, we need strawberries as well, right? For Maru. And we're hydrating Nyrax. Oh my god. All the channel points coming in. Let's go. Okay. We're gonna sell... I think just the cloth. And the mayonnaise. Because I should have mayonnaise for the governor. I think I'm just gonna put mayonnaise in the soup, guys. Hopefully that will get us a good rating. Okay. Where is my horsey? We have a strawberry. We have mystery boxes. Let us go and find Maru. I'm not sure where she's gonna be, if I'm honest. We're treating Nyrax. Twitchy, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, is she in the clinic? No, she's not in the clinic. Where the hell is this woman? Is she down on her bench? No. I'm so glad. We've played the... Well, at the start of the stream, we played the 1666 Amsterdam demo prologue, which was fun. It was cool. We had thoughts. But now we are continuing on with... There she is. Okay, where's my strawberry? Continuing on with... Stardew. Hey, what's this, a birthday gift? It's great. Thank you for remembering me. You are very welcome. You lady. How many hearts have I got with you right now? Still 4 after those gifts? Damn it. Guys, I just need these artifacts. I think I have like 5 more. And then I've completed the museum. Look at Dusty, so cute. He's such a good boy. What was it as well? Oh, yeah, I needed 25 gold star crops. Can I put fertilizer on already grown crops? Gunther, I've had this in my chest since the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9, maybe 11 things left in the museum. We have to get 11 more nuts. And then we unlock Mr. Quee's walnut room. I don't want corn seeds. I have so many. Oh god. But I think there's still like 41 walnuts left for me to get. So I don't fully know. I'm kind of just waiting. Just give me totems. That's all I need, Clint. Okay, golden pumpkin. Beautiful. Coffee. I'll take coffee, I suppose. Hardwood I'll take. I just need artifacts. I need to get those artifact troves, right? That's what they're called. And just hope for the best. Okay, I'll take bombs also. If you hear weird noises also, my dog is making this snorting noise. I'm not sure what the heck she's doing. Okay. Let's go, bucko. I feel like I need to get more sheep. If I'm perfectly honest. My brother is trying to corrupt me and make me care more about the money. I'm failing so hard. Okay, you, lady. I need a sheep. Guys, we need a sheep name. What should we name our sheep? What shall we name our sheep? Do we have any... Cheap? Cheap the sheep. Love that. Okay. Cheap the sheep. Let's go. Okay, do we get another one? Yeah, I think we're gonna get another one. I'm not sure why it held that. But yes, we will get another one and call it that, Charlotte. Azazel? Okay, we bought two. Oh, I'm gonna grab another auto grabber too. And put it in with the chickens. You guys. Raccoons. Yeah. Oh my god, look how many babies they have now. Holy hell. It's fine, Charlotte. We like them here. It's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna come through here. They have been busy. Yes, yes. I think I'm gonna take this. And this. I might make some more as well. And I'm just gonna line them up somewhere. Can I come into this bit? I can. Okay, we can put it there. Hello, little guys. Baby sheep is so cute. We shall say hello to all of you. I need auto petters so bad. I'm just never lucky. Excuse me, duck. I need all of this. Why is there fluff in there? Interesting. What do I need also for another loom? Wood, fiber, and pine tar. Do I have pine tar? That's the question. I'm not sure if I have pine tar. I know I have oak resin. Holy hell. That's a lot of eggs. That is a lot of eggs. Oh my god. Buddies, why so many eggs? Can I just put eggs in there? Oh god, please move out the way. I guess I can't. That's a lot of eggs. Holy. Let's put things away first. seeds in here too. What was it I needed? I needed wood, fiber. I'm not sure if I have pine tar. They have been busy, Charlotte. Okay, I have some. We can make 5. No, I know my brother's lurking. But I'm not sure if I have to make it into cloth or not, so... yeah. We be collecting... oh, they're my tappers! Okay, I do have more tappers. I also need to put this on things. Hopefully that'll work. I have food. I have so much junk. Oh god. So much junk! Does it like stress anyone else out when their inventory is like super messy? Because this is stressing me the heck out. Yeah, it's very stressful. Okay, we have all our looms. Hello, little guys. Hopefully you don't need to sleep here. Because this is my area now. Okay, beautiful. And I can just store the things in there. Love that for us. Yes. Even though I feel like I've got a very organized system, I'm like stressed about it still. And now my keyboard has decided to turn off. I don't know why it does this to me. Okay. We are back on. Don't eat the egg. Smooth the chicken. Yes. Oh my god, look how many eggs. My guys, you been busy. Do not eat the eggs. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna need eggs again. So many eggs. Holy. No, don't eat them. We're gonna sell the eggs. We're gonna put that in there also. We did not collect our coffee of the day. That does not belong in there. Neither do those. Or that, or that. Okay, we're just gonna organize a little, guys. Before I go absolutely crazy. Also, I need my other sturgeon. And I believe he's somewhere in here. Where is he? There he is. Monster Mask and Life Elixir can go there. also need to find... Okay. This is just my dump chest. Oh my god. We have stuff in every possible place. I have a ticket there too. Why have I got coffee? Jade. Food. Okay. I think that's good. We can make some coffee because I'm running low. Sturgeon. And I kind of want to put... I've got things in... Like, why are they in here for one? Why is that in there? Why is that in there? And that. Now we have... Oh god, I dropped it on the floor. No! Okay. We'll just do this. It's fine. Where's my star fruits? There they are. We had just the right amount. Let's go. I'm glad you're feeling healthy. I need another fish pond also. I don't know what's good to collect and what's not good to collect. Like, why have I got life elixirs in there? I don't need that anymore. Also, for anyone who's watching, ads will begin in around 2 minutes or so. So please take that time to go grab yourself a drink, stretch your legs, and I'll be here waiting for you. When are these? They're spring and they're summer, okay. Spring, summer. Apricots. Food goes in here. And I need to make more espresso. Then we put more life elixir. Such a progress-filled day, huh guys? Riveting content just for you. I'm gonna put my animal crackers in there too. Truffles. I guess I can keep truffles here. Or if I move the oil. Because these things I kind of don't use much. So I guess the truffles could go in there. And I'll put those in there for now too. Oh, there's an animal cracker. I'm not sure where I put them again, but okay. It's fine. Now, do I have any trees that aren't tapered? Okay, that one wasn't. That one wasn't. That one is. I feel like a lot of the... Why can't I go through there? What's in my way? Is there a mini tree here? That should not be there. I think I calculated all that wrong, but it's fine. Are these tapered? I think they are. Think being the word. I have no clue. It is getting late. Oh god. Ice rod can go in there. Don't think I need this. Monster thingy things. I want to put that in the fish tank, I think. Millie, hello, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for redeeming your giant black coffee. Love that. And your happy flaps. Let's go. How are you doing? It's a race for time here. Okay. We can make more espresso. Can I put this in the tank too? Or is it too full? It's too full. Damn it. Oh, you can move it. I don't like that layout. Okay, that's fine. We shall go to sleep. Millie, thank you so much for hydrating Nyrex. I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. Oh my god, I didn't change my VTuber over. This is not my Stardew one. What the hell? Oh, more coffee for Pooley. You got a triple shot macchiato. That's the thing, if you spell it wrong, it gives you a random coffee. But hey, at least you got one. That's all that matters. Thank you for redeeming that, Pooley. You have one more coffee left to redeem. And then it's gone. It's the luau today. Let's go. I wonder if I can put another fish in here. Let's freaking go. Wait, what? Oh, but it breaks my things. Oh, it's fine. I need to replace them down anyway, so it's fine. Is that orb? Is my brother in here? You need more money? Yes, orb. Damn your big fingers? Yes. Damn him to hell and back. Okay. Kinda want to keep one iridium. Quality. And then the rest we're selling. 3-stream streak, Millie. Let's go. Let's freaking go. What fish do I want to put in the fish thing? That's the question. I've got my blobfish, and I've got the red mullet. Maybe a lava eel. That could be cool. Although I think I might have reached my limit. How many I can put in. Which is very sad. Oh, Shane, get out the way. Oh my god. Dude, thank you. There he is. Oh my god, love it. Love that. It's so lively. And obviously my blobfish is center stage. Shane, out the way. Shane, out the way. Thank you. Hey, Stardew's not boring. You can put a hat on a what? Your sin? I know I can put it on the dog and everything else. I've done it on my dog and my horse. But if I can put hats on more things, then please do share. Okay, we need a mayonnaise. Guys, do we think we need to put a mayonnaise in the luau soup? I really need him to love it. You're bored? Well, you need to stop being bored. Because I really need him to love this. The luau has begun! Do you like my sheep? I'm starting my sheep empire, just like you said, brother. Quickly say hello to these guys. See, you can put a hat on a sea urchin? What the heck? I did not know that. But now I kind of need to get a fish tank just for sea urchin. Okay, where is my totem? Guys, do we think a mayonnaise is going to be fine for the luau soup? That is all I need to know right now. Because only 2. Hey, I have 3 sheep. Golden mayo is max. Okay, let's go then. Listen, okay, brother. Like, I have 3 sheep now, I'll have you know. 3. Okay, we're at the luau. Let us say hello. I kind of don't want any of that, so... Yes, you woke up late. How's the farming? It's fine. I wish you could build more of a relationship with, this dude. Governor, who cares? Yes, okay. Linus. Okay, the perfect roast. Maru. Harvey, okay. You hope it's good this year? I hope it's good too. We're just going around to get our friendship up with everyone. Hi, Sebastian. Abigail. Feel that, sister. She doesn't want to get sweaty. He's bored. Okay, and he's unresponsive. Love that. I love George, honestly. Demetrius. Wow, you don't get a hot pepper chutney like this in the big city. No, I bet you don't. These blasted soundflies keep landing on the food. Oh god. Okay guys, now is the time to put our mayonnaise in. I hope it's good. Although, like, would you eat a random community soup that everyone's just bunged whatever into? It seems a bit like a safety hazard to me. I'm just saying. What a lovely occasion. It's always a joy to visit Stardew Valley, I bet. Okay, look sharp, the governor's here for his annual visit. If you brought something for the potluck, make sure and add it to the soup cauldron. I've already done it. Should we move forward with the luau? The governor seems a little hungry. Let's start. Let's hope he likes it. Okay, Mr. Purple Man. You kind of look like Willy Wonka. Let's go. Well, folks, it's time once again for the potluck ceremony. I trust that you all put high-quality ingredients in the pot this year. We don't want the governor to regret his visit to the valley. Unless you put a really hot salsa, I doubt it's edible, right? It looks kind of suspicious also. Yeah, true. Well, Governor, would you do us the honor of tasting the soup? Of course, I've been looking forward to this all year. Oh god. Yay! More achievements! Let's go! The best soup I've ever tasted! Oh my god, he's gonna eat it all. You're right, it's delicious! Wonderful job, everyone. Now, who else wants a taste? The governor wasn't kidding. The soup was out of this world. Who put mushrooms in it? Okay. Who did I reach? Lewis, Pam. Okay, we're getting close with a lot of people. Robin's at 5 hearts now. I need 6, don't I? Look at all these buds. They don't want to be my friend. No birthday tomorrow, so we can go to the island. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Shane, do you have my coffee? Oh, he's going out. Never mind. We can put that in there. We need to set this up better, is what we need to do. I'm not sure the best setup for this though, if I'm being completely honest with you. You can do if you want. I think I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, that one's obviously going to be blocking that one. Like, do I just do it in rows? I might do it in rows, to be honest. I still have to wait for all this to finish. Eh, we'll figure it out. Oh god, did I destroy one? I did. Oh god. Oh, hi Gus. Good morning. Ah, what a beautiful day, huh? You know, as the saloon owner, I hear about everything that's going on in town. Yeah, that's fine. No rush. I remember when you first moved here, everyone was a bit unsure of what to expect. A stranger from the city? An unknown personality? Oh god, what's he stirring on my porch? Sorry, I have to stir this pot every 5 minutes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, it's like when you're making a sauce. If you put in a new spice, you could ruin everything. Oh god. But then again, there's always a chance you'll create something new and delicious, right? What I'm trying to say is, it's been great having you in town, and I've come to think of you as one of my good friends. Anyway, I came to give you something. I was cleaning out the back room and I found this old mini jukebox. I want you to have it. Let's go. It's actually an old do-it-yourself project of mine from many years ago. They're pretty easy to make. So just in case you wanted to make more, I brought the blueprint for you. Well, I'm gonna head home. I gotta get this marinara back on the stove. Have a good one. We have a jukebox now. Let's go. Okay, let's get some things done. Um, and we have some diamonds. Let's go check on the sheep. Oh shit, where did I put those already on? Damn it, I needed those. I still need to repair the wall. We can take 2 milk, it's fine. Okay, now we can go to the island. Why are 2 of my blueberries done? What the heck? Oh, did I put the speed harvest boost stuff on it? I did, didn't I? I put the wrong stuff on, which is so annoying. Okay. Let us go to the island now. Because we have to do some panning. I always forget to bring food with me as well. Yep, this. I'm quickly gonna take a drink. Okay. I need to figure out as well when the Pirate Cove is open. I swear it was even numbers, but I don't have a clue. Damn parrots. There's a panning spot right there. I need it. Oh, it did not disappear. What the heck? As soon as I noticed it, it disappeared. Of course. Did I just see one? No, I did not. Okay. I wish butterfly catching was a thing. I'd love that. None of those are ready. I already have a ribcage. What can I put in here? The rest I think I can sell. I just need panning spots. There's one, but how the heck am I meant to get to that? It's like all the way up there. That's so mean. Guess I'll chop wood while I wait. Yes, I will check my phone. Oh, I need a panning spot, man. Okay, you like filled it to the brim. Okay. Oh my god. Chad, if you could see how my brother has set up his casks, you would all I don't know what you'd all say, to be honest. Probably that he's a lunatic. And I think I'd probably agree with you. Also, brother, when does the Pirate Cove thing open? Do you know? I need to play darts with the pirates. It's 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Okay. And is it on like a specific day? Currently, Pui, we are just on the island getting some things done. I think I'll probably go in the volcano, to be honest. Ah. So as long as it's not raining. Interesting. I can't eat a coconut. Okay. So would today be one? I need the galaxy hammer. What the heck? I can't play with the pirate game until I get a galaxy hammer? What kind of rule is that? Okay, so I have to make sure I can get to them today. Wait, if I go through here, can I go back? Yes, I can. Oh, I don't like the hammers. I'm bad enough. I miss all my shots as it is. Okay, maybe I'll just head back now. Just because if I have to get there for 8... Okay, non-raining. It's not raining today, so we should be fine. I think it's just darts I have to play with them, right? I hope it is. This is me we're talking about, brother. Damn right. Hello, pirates. Not convincing her. Sigh. To tell you the truth, I don't really want to be a pirate. I'd rather grow palms. Unfortunately, there's no money in the palm business. Feel that. Okay. We have to play darts, right? He's in us. Okay. Dartman, care for a game of darts? Okay. How does this work? Oh shit. I don't understand darts, if I'm completely honest with you all. Oh shit. I know, but is it like, do you have to have the big number? Is that it? Okay. Wait, what? What does... I'm very confused. You lose? You listen to me, dude. You've got 20 dots. I need to score 301 points. Oh my lord. I'm never gonna get this. Do I need to make the number higher? Is that what we're saying? Isn't a bullseye good though? I am trying. Oh god, that was not good. Oh god. I'm not made for darts. What the heck? What the heck? I have an aim for 1. What the hell is 1? Oh, there. Do I just keep aiming for 1? Off the island. What? Oh my god. What is a regular 1? Guys, I feel like we're gonna be here a while. So, you're speaking... Let's go into the stupid route, okay? Do I need to make my points add up to 301? If so, that's fucking impossible, right? For me? This is... Speak to the stupid person. Oh, so... I need the point... I need the points to be like a 2. That's a double, right? Or 11? Is that what you mean? I'm sorry. Oh god. As long as it's a... Okay. Oh god. Okay. See, Twitchy is saving me right now. Oh my god. So 301 means I need... Ah, okay. Okay. So what does a bullseye get me? So what you're saying now is I need to get exactly 26 points. That's 20. Now I need 6. Did I? Yay! Well, sink me, that's good throwing. Here's a little something for you. Thank you. Dotman. Alright, okay. We got this. We can do it. I got it in the end, you see? It just takes a very, like, a lot of explaining to my little special brain. Then I need, like, a 20. And a 6. Okay, now I've got it. So you can get a total of 3 walnuts from this guy. If I'm not mistaken. I feel like this one's gonna be the hardest one for me. I've only got 3 more, okay. Then I need a 20 and a 6. Again. Let's go. Okay, and I think that's all I can get, right? I think that's all the darts from here, if I'm not mistaken. Which is fun. We did it in the end. Thank you for helping me. Boy, I've never seen the likes of you before, but if you got the pirate look, then have one on me, haha. Yeah, we got some mead. Hello again, CJ. We're just playing darts here, okay? I am good. We have 7 walnuts now, so let's check how many more we have with Mr. Qui. It was good. It needs fixing in some areas, but it was good for what it was. How many have we got? We've got 92, so that means we need like 8 more nuts. Oh god damn. I don't even know where I'm missing the nuts from. It's the thing here, okay? I hate that there's not a tracker. I think it is all in the volcano though. That's where I need to go. And the mermaid. Josh, hello, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Oh my god, you're having a coffee. Love that. I'm doing good. I'm just here playing some Stardew. What game did you play for Telframe? How was it? How was your games? How have they been? Look at me with my mead. I'm gonna keep my ginger here. No, I'm gonna keep the rain totem here too. Is there anything I need from here? No, I don't think so. Maybe my coffee. Okay, we're good. We can go back home. Panning has not gone well for me. That is for certain. We can put more of this to smelt. And I have some more coffee. I hate how expensive it is to make the damn coffee, man. Hola, hola. It's Alex's birthday tomorrow. We need to figure out what he likes. Made some money. Oh my god, there's a baby. What is it doing? Ew. Why is it just there? Oh my god, it's calling. I don't like it. Why is it so... I don't like it. Okay, we have some more of the good stuff. Let's go. Where did I put all the other casks is the question here. I have a letter. I ordered too much fertilizer. Great, thank you. That can't go there, okay. I'm selling it then. Guys, if you see any casks, please tell me, because I swear I made some. I swear I made... There. See, I'm not crazy. I am, but I'm not. Wait, no, we... Sir, that is not how I want you to go. Thank you very much. Will I be able to get to that one? That is something I have no clue. This is probably not the most efficient way either, but I don't care. Oh my god, CJ, throwing it back. Let's go. I have not set this up right at all. Did you decide when we're gonna play the Mecha Chameleon game? You're not sure? Yes, we do. We're gonna reset all this. I feel like it's gonna be hilarious. Okay. You have done what I need you to for now. We need to set this up properly. I know I could, but... Okay, I'm gonna look at layouts. Oh, damn. People be crazy. Okay, people are crazy. Not as crazy as my brother. But still. We are gonna try and do this layout. I didn't know you could... Okay, she had them up the stairs. That is a lie. Ma'am, false information. Right, okay. And then the rows start here, possibly. Will I have enough is the question. Okay, I have too many. Nice. Okay, they're all set up. They're ready. Why did hers get on the stairs and mine can't? That's not nice at all. Okay, now we can put all these in. Oh, sorry, Boo. No, don't drink it. Sorry, buddy. Okay, now we can... I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough if I'm honest, but I'm gonna try. Do not drink it. Oh my god. I 100% won't have enough, so I'm just gonna put my gold ones back in. Yes, you see walkable space. I'm not crazy like you. Okay, I think we can probably start selling some of the honey. Possibly. I am not completely sure what we have to do with the mystic syrup, but, you know, we'll keep it for now. We have ancient fruit. Okay. Yeah, I hate you. God damn it. It gave me mixed seeds. That is so bad. My ancient fruit gave me mixed seeds. I should probably pet the chickens. Because I haven't pet them in a while. Hello. Oh my god. How are you out of food? Dudes, what the heck? I think I'm gonna have to start maybe just hoeing a bit of this. See, I just can't be bothered fixing the wall. That is exactly what I've done. I just have to wait for them to grow. You're trying to sleep? Oh my god, I didn't even realize it was that late. What do I have on me? Okay. Shell. I need to give all those gold things to Pierre too. My hops are done. Okay. Why have the animals gone to sleep so early? What the heck? have iron. Let's go. Do not eat them. We're just making pale ale. They're just my little, you know, here beehives. Don't bring me much income, but you know, gotta have them. Wait, was it Alex's birthday today? Did I miss it? I did, didn't I? God damn, I'm so bad. What would he like? Maybe a pale ale? Oh my god, let's see if I can get to him. Wait, where does he live? He's in this way, right? Sebastian, hello. It's locked. No. All we can hope is he's in the saloon. If not, then nope. God damn it. Guess I could give it to you're welcome. Should I get everyone a beer? No, that's too expensive. They're not worth it. Pierre, get out the way. Or Harvey, or whoever you are. I also need to check... How many star drops can you get? I've got 6. I think it's more than 6, right? What can I make? These recipes. I've cooked that. I've cooked that. I've cooked that. I need to cook one of you, so I may as well. I still have to cook so much stuff. Oh, I've cooked one of you. Okay. What the hell do I put in this as well? It's like the terrarium things. That's 2 birthdays I've missed already. Oh my god. And I still haven't fixed the wall for the chickens. That baby is damn creepy. Yeah, whatever. I need to move my kegs too. I need to build a shed. What is it doing? It's stupid. But we have blueberries to harvest. Let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be so hot. I think it's upcoming week for us. It's been okay today. It's been kind of humid though, which is disgusting. But I'm not looking forward to when it really heats up. Make sure you keep yourself cool, Vasily. How is work? Lucky. One thing I hate is heat. Oh, right. Wool for the damn... Was that a gold corn? It was not. Okay. I'm just sad. My grass. No. Benny? Welcome in. Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome, welcome. How are you? We're blooming, we're blooming. Oh, that's so pretty. I'll quickly go into the chatting thing just to welcome you all in. But welcome in. Thank you so much for raiding, and thank you for trusting me with your community. If you need to raid and run, I completely understand. Please go take care of yourself. But for anyone that came in with the raiders, hello. I'm Khaleesi, and I'm a variety streamer who is currently playing a lot of Stardew Valley. But I'm hoping to expand on a lot of other games. Thank you so much for the follow, Nini. Welcome in. What were you playing today? How did your stream go? I hope it went well. We'll go back into the game screen now. I just wanted to introduce myself to everyone. You got lost? No, it's fine. Hello, hello, how are you? I hope your stream went well. What were you playing? What were you up to? Geoda, hello also. We are just vibing today. It's what I do most days on Stardew Valley, to be honest. We played a bit of Resident Evil 2. Went to chill with the sledding game and Book Nook demo. I want to play the Book Nook demo so bad. It looks so much fun. Thank you! We're working on the farm. It's not there yet, but I'm hoping it'll be there soon. We are doing slow and steady progress over here. Where's the wall? Let's let the animals out. Oh, they're super mad at me. The demos, I feel, always go really fast, to be honest. I played the 1666 Amsterdam demo at the start of stream, and it was only like 30 minutes. Not even that. Sometimes I feel like they need to give a bit more for the demos. I understand why they don't, but, you know. We need more. Should have probably checked to make sure. Oh god, why are they all grumpy? They've got food. Because I didn't give them attention. That's probably why. Did I pet you? Yes. Did I pet you and you? Yes. Okay. It is. It's, my opinion is it has potential, but it does need a bit of work before they release it, in my opinion. So hopefully they'll put that work in before release. Okay. We need all these things. Yeah. And yeah, that's my kind of say on it for now. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. Excuse me, cows. Did I pet everyone? I didn't pet one of the dogs. Not the dogs. One of the chickens. Damn it. Since when did a chicken become a dog? Okay, he's also mad at me. Love that for us. Now we need to make caviar. Are there any games you're looking forward to releasing? I know there's been so many sort of good ones announced. Which I'm very excited for. Okay, we put those in. We need Robin. What does Robin love? That's the thing. What does she love? We need to get our friendship up with her. Goat's cheese, is that her favorite? Okay. I was gonna give her a rabbit's foot, but she can get goat's cheese. I think I have quite a bit of it. No. Khaleesi, stop. No, I only have 2. God damn. Where's all my goat's cheese gone? Oh, I had it. And peaches? Nice. Okay. Where's my mountain totem? Okay, mountains. I always think that the beach one is the red one for some reason, but it's not. Oh god. Oh, hello there. My dad and I are just testing some soil samples. Don't be shy. We could use a hand, actually. Could you watch this beaker for me? I'm gonna grab the last batch of samples. I'll be right back. Is this where Demetrius has the talk with us? Thanks for helping out, Khaleesi. I'm watching you. Maru's a good kid. She's my special little girl. Oh god. He is. I don't like Demetrius. I'm gonna put it out there. I wouldn't want anything getting in the way of her bright future. Know what I mean? Dude, I will deck you. Just some food for Ford. Mm-hmm. Hey, sorry about that. I hope you found something to talk about while I was gone. I was just telling Khaleesi about the soil samples we're testing. Right, Khaleesi? I'm gonna say that her dad was being weird. Sigh. Huh, what did you say to her, Dad? Yeah, that's it. Okay, we were talking about you, sweetie. I wanted to say a few things to Khaleesi about you, but I didn't want to embarrass you. I shouldn't have lied about it. Yeah, lying's bad. That's okay, Dad, I understand. We should get back to work before these samples crystallize. I mean, I was just here to drop off some goat's cheese, if I'm honest. Yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, you better love it. My goats made that. I still haven't made a shed. I need to make a shed. Oh, another cutscene. Okay. How am I going to reach that ladder in the back? There's my parrot just there. Here, let me help you, Mr. Molnar. Oh, she pushed his chair without permission. That's not good. There you go. Oh, he mad. Humph, I could have done it myself, and I can certainly move around on my own. How feeble do you think I am? Gee. Khaleesi, you were watching us? I was. You should have asked instead of assuming George wanted help. Oh, I guess you're right. I'm sorry, Mr. Mona. It was rude, what I did. It was rude. Sigh. No, I'm sorry, miss. I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was actually very kind of you to help me out. George, you meant to back me up here, dude. That's okay, Mr. Mona. I understand. Okay, now he's zooming on off. It must be difficult to grow old. It's just a different part of life. You're right, we shouldn't ignore the reality of aging. I guess the sooner we come to terms with our mortality, the more time we can spend really living in the here and now. Well, it was interesting talking to you, Khaleesi. I should go. Yes, you should. And Gus has just stood there. Minding his own business. Why does it put me all the way back up here? That's so annoying. Hello, Apple. Welcome in. How are you? Yes, we are live. Oh, it's Piers. We need to go to Piers. God damn it. Why doesn't a chili pepper count as a... Since when has a hot pepper been a fruit? This is outrageous. That's what I mean. Since when is a hot pepper being classified as a fruit? Oh god, we got another cutscene. Ah, it's a good thing you turned up, miss. I've got a bit of a problem I could use a hand with. Yeah, I've just noticed it as well. It'd be best if I just showed you. Take a deep breath now. Oh god, Willy, what are you gonna show me? Oh my god. Crabs everywhere. Willy's got crabs. As you can see and smell, the old girls ran wild last night, huh? My experiment needs a little work. Oh god. Oh god, Gus. Oh, back at it again, huh, Willy? Why do I find this so funny? They look fresh, alright. Aye, these are the finest, meatiest crabs you'll ever set your eyes on. They'd be a little too feisty. Oh my god, why am I finding this so funny? I'll take the whole lot. With a discount for the extra labor, of course. Oh my god. Oh god. Love that. Looks like we got 'em all. Enjoy your crabs. Goodbye, me sweet ladies. Oh my god. Psst, Khaleesi, don't tell Willy, but I'll be doing a special on crab cakes at the saloon for the next few days. Oh god. You're eating KFC dinner, so I'll be lurky, but let me know if there's an emergency and you need me. I will do, but KFC? What are you having from KFC? Now I want KFC, oh my god. I really want KFC now. I don't know why I found that cutscene so funny. I love Willy and I love Gus. They're both great. Oh, my melons are done. Let's go. Hot and spicy chicken wings. I'm feasting like a dragon. Nice. Let's go. You. You must grow for me. That sweet delight which is pink and juicy. Oh, I plucked it. You... No. God damn it. Stupid frog. It's fine, I forget how everything's spelled too. God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Get more melon seeds. Oh my god, this is annoying. Wait, no, I need those so I can grow them. Oh my god, okay. Oh, let's see actually how much it would cost to buy the rest of the nuts. Valeria, yes. Damn, now I really want KFC. Apple, why did you do this to me? Although mine is like, my order it's not that interesting. I'm not a spicy kind of gal, you know? Wait, where was I going? Where was I going? To check how much the nuts cost, okay. Mr. Golden Joja Parrot, please tell me. Do I almost have enough. Almost. God damn it. I'm going to the beach. Let's go to the beach each. Let's go get a wave. They say, what you gonna say? Now I have to get more melon seeds. Ugh. Nicki Minaj, who? Oh my god. Sometimes it just comes out of my mouth, you know? I just have to sing these things. But now I have to grow more melons. Because of the damn frog. We will blame the frog in this instance. Deluxe speed grow also, please and thank you. Yeah, same. It has to be done, right? Okay, let's quickly use the seed maker. Can I like do this? No, 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 no. Added before planting. God damn you. Let me see if I can get... How many days have I got? 15. So we need something that doesn't take long to grow. They take 5. But as we've learned, sweet peppers do not count. We have 15 days. Do you think a beetroot counts as a vegetable? Or should we just go for pumpkin? Beets? Okay, we'll definitely go for the beets then. And how many do we need? Wait, how many do we need? I've got 11, so maybe we can do pumpkins too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then that gives us like what we need 4 pumpkins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's check that they are classified as a vegetable. They are. Okay, we're good. Right. We can melt more iridium. And we'll chop more wood, because why not? I'm gonna have to harvest more grass, Jesus. It's grown. Which is what we wanted. Our silos are always running dry, it seems. Right, that's more wood. Now, what do I need for... Oh god, that's the wrong thing. What do I need for a... Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. What do I need for a, shed? I'm gonna have to look that up quickly. Please give me the hardwood, thank you. And it only gave me 1 seed, really? Okay, that's for the island tomorrow. Charlotte, thank you so much for not allowing me to become a shoveled up gremlin. Very much appreciated. I need to put this tortilla in here. And then I should be able... Okay, I need to make cookies. And I need to make spaghetti. I've made pancakes. I've made that, I've made that. Okay, pizza. And I think that's all I can make right now. Shane, here, take cookies. Oh. Never mind, don't take the cookies. I will take a drink and stretch in just a moment. Everyone also please make sure you do the same. Right, if we got birthday tomorrow. No. See how much money we made. Okay, we made some. We might be able to just buy all the rest of the nuts now. Although, do we really want to spend our money? Thank you so much for the raid. Nini? Nini? I'm gonna call you Nini. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you have a really good rest. I will definitely follow you back after stream. Okay, shed. Stardew. What do you need for a shed? So you just need 300 wood. Okay. Is it really worth it? Do I spend all my money? I think you're right. I think we just do. Oh my god, this baby. Great. Good night. Sleep well. Well, actually, I should be able to follow you like that. Yes. Okay. Great. It's not full of flies, Shane. Stop being a butt. You can put the coffee in there. We're hydrating Nyrex, so thank you, Charlotte. I'm sure he very much appreciates that. Okay. Hello, Khaleesi. This item was collecting dust in the shed. Why? Okay. I'll take the bomb. Thank you, Charlotte, for treating Nyrax. I'm sure he loves that also. He loves the attention. Let's get our... We need gold. No gold? Okay. I see how it is. Okay, we will melt some more iridium. I need to go get coal. That is one thing I do need to get. Oh my god, didn't you just level him up completely? Oh my god, he's like white now. Let's go. Although you want the black variations, right? He is coffee colored. Let's go. The hell is that? Okay. We need to sell these. And an oil. He is kind of pretty, right? He's gonna be very happy you all think he's pretty. Fitting for the brand. Let's go. Oh, wait. Apple, isn't the House of Dragon out tonight? Was it tonight you said? I swear it was tonight. Oh, we need to make more goat's cheese. Where is my goat's milk? There it is. Sell that. Put you in there. Okay. Animals are sorted. Get the bait. Okay. And now I think we can go to the island. And we probably will just buy the walnuts, to be honest. Because hopefully then we can start making even more money. Hi Pam, bye Pam. I'm zooming. Wait. 11, okay. I don't think it was... Did I check the calendar? Was it someone's birthday today? I don't even know. Sorry, Alex. I'm just zooming on through. Hi, Willy. Let's go. We're skipping this and we're zooming. We're zooming to that Jojo parrot, guys. Eventually I might open the island to people, but I'm not sure. I don't want to have to traipse back and forth just to get to them. Jojo parrot, you're gonna take all my money because you're greedy. Oh god. I'm gonna be broke again. Do I want the true Ginger Island experience? No, I don't. He does it tonight. You take my money? Yeah. I would never do the remixed community bundles just because, that sounds like hell to me. Although I did just spend all my money on a parrot, so... And then he tried to make me feel guilty for giving him my money. So he's not a true Jojo parrot, is he? He ain't no true Jojo parrot. The ancient fruit or sweet gem. Mm-hmm. You need to get lucky. You just need to go to the trader, the wandering trader. No, I put one in the wrong place. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, parrots, you will have what you need eventually. I should probably just plant these. Why not? I've got them, so I may as well. Sunday night is House of the Dragon. The showrunner said it will arguably be the craziest episode in TV history. In the book, it picks up on the Battle of the Gullet Witch. When I read it, it was quite jaw-dropping. Oh god. See, I want to watch it, but then I also don't want to watch it, because I will cry. I will quite literally cry my eyes out. That's what I mean. I don't know if I want to watch it. I'm not sure. I'm like not sure if I want to cry. Same, Apple. I'm a huge crybaby. Sometimes, when I want to be. I'm either a crybaby or I'm emotionless. Emotionless. How do you say that word? There is no in between. I still haven't seen a single panning spot. I am not happy. Okay, I think we're just, I know it's 3:50, but we're just gonna sleep. Because I just want the walnuts now. They're finding them for me! Oh my god, Morris. You took all my money, you greedy pig. It's okay, we'll get our money back. I'm really glad you've become... Yeah, I'm part of the community, bro. I have some important things to get done. Finally, we're gonna go into Mr. Quee's room of walnuts. We're in! Let's go! Okay, well. Look who's made it to my secret walnut room. I did kind of cheat. I'm truly impressed. Even though you only needed a fraction of the walnuts to gain full access to the island, you decided to push yourself further. Your desire to enter the secret door was so strong that you went above and beyond to get inside. That drive is what sets you apart, kid. You've got a very special energy. I know. It's the aura. That being said, you weren't under the impression that the challenge ended here, were you? Oh god. No, ha ha ha. In fact, the challenge has just begun, you monster. I want a hat like yours. On your left, you'll find a board with some very interesting opportunities. These challenges, which I've designed just for you, will push you to your very limit. However, if you can successfully conquer my challenges, you'll earn an exclusive currency. I call them Qui Gems. Just don't put them in your mouth, kid. They're highly radioactive. Okay, I won't. You can use the machine on your right to trade these Qui Gems for rare and powerful rewards. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Yes, I have a feeling someone like you will enjoy this very much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have important business to attend to. Interesting. Okay. We can finally do these secret things. Okay. Okay, we need to get the obsoletes. Oh god, this is for the perfection, right? We haven't found all the star drops. We've reached the farmer level. We're 40% with crafting, 17% with cooking, 100% fish court. We found all the golden walnuts. Oh god. We are 37% in Mr. Quee's tracker. Okay, this is what we need. We need 50 Qui Gems for our horse flute. What the heck? What the hell? Magic bait? Ah, you can get Mr. Quee's hat! Let's go! Okay. The bluegrass, that's what we need. Okay. There's a lot here. And I'm guessing here's our quests. Okay. So we have Skull Cavern invasion. The Skull Cavern has been invaded by powerful monsters. Make it to level 100 in one piece. Oh god. Find 4 prismatic shards. Place them in my collection box. Dude, I can barely find one. Which one should we do, guys? Should we do the Skull Cavern or the 4 precious stones? Yeah, where the staircases come in handy. Oh my god. But I can only buy them on a Sunday, right? Oh my god, we're gonna have to bomb it down if we do that one. I don't have any staircases. I have jade, but I don't have staircases right now. Oh god. Wait, did I have to just reach level 100? Is that it? I don't have to kill? Okay. Fun, exciting. I don't feel like I'm ready, but we have to be. I'm just a baby. Okay. So now I have to give 20 walnuts to you. Right, okay. So you think I should just produce all the jade and then just go for it on Sunday? I swear there was another, here. Where do you go? Ooh. I don't know where the... Oh, that's so cute. I don't know where the rest of the walnuts go. That's the thing. I have 14 walnuts left. Am I missing something? I'm probably missing something, right? Surely there's not, like, just walnuts left over. Surely not. Or do I have to give them to the little dude? Parrots, do you trust me? We have a cutscene. You bird friend? Me bird friend. Seemed good. She asked if you are bird friend. Oh, thank you so much. Pure Pure slime. Can I call you Demon Lord? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. She asked if you are bird friend. I told her yes. Pure is okay. Okay, thank you so much. How are you doing? Welcome to the lair. Big storm, waves, lightning. Mother, father swallowed by the sea. I washed up on shore. No, no, no. That was just a dream, right? No, I was born here just like all the other bird friends. Can't you tell? How old are you? Old? Made a new model, so I'm happy, but I have errands soon. I hope your errands aren't too much or too energy consuming. I hate running errands. But what kind of model did you finish? We don't think like that. We say, how many golden walnuts have you eaten? I've eaten 3,729 golden walnuts. Oh my god. But you don't become an elder until you've eaten 10,000. I'll get there someday. Oh god. Oh god, bus and dealing with people is a nightmare. I remembered something. A new VTuber model. That sounds so cool. My name. It's Leo. So cute. Wait, can I go back in here now? What kind of model was it? Okay, orc. Was there like just a specific character you were creating or... Pumpkin themed cat girl, that sounds cool. I'm not sure if there's anything else for us. Which is good, I suppose. I'm not sure what the other 14 walnuts go to, if I'm completely honest with you all. Return to Stardew Valley. Bye, Willy. Bye, Willy. We have a very important mission on our hands. We have to produce a lot of jade. Why the hell... Why the hell do they make you collect them then? That's so weird. I also need to see the wizard about the obsoletes, because I need 4, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna be zooming. The wizard's tower is so pretty. Especially in the summer when it's got all the little flowers on it. Mr. Wizard. Take a coffee. Many thanks. The item has some very interesting properties. I know. Okay. Okay, we can make an earth obsolete. Oh my god. Water, desert, and island. Jesus. Is that 1 mil? Where the hell am I gonna get that? I'm too poor for this. It really is pretty. Look at it. You need to play more of the Dew? Yes, I love Stardew. It's become one of my favorite games. Okay, this is where we have to become money greedy now. What do you need? Dried purple mushroom and 5 eggs. I can do that. I need to bring more preserve jars down here also. Hello, ladies. So we need 5 of any egg. And I just need to dehydrate purple mushrooms. This damn thing needs to stop coming back. Pure, my fiance and I are planning to have a separate wedding in our Stardew for our friends to join. That's so cute! That is so cute. Oh my god. You'll have to get them all invited. Wearing crazy Stardew hats also. That would be a vibe. Did I say hello to you all? I'm not sure. Oh, Final Fantasy. Ooh. Tough decision. Very tough decision. I suppose it's down to what game you both love more. Where can I put my dehydrator? I'll have to put it here, I think. I've only got 1 purple mushroom. It requires 5! Oh my god, I need to go on the hunt now for purple mushrooms. Where the heck do I get purple mushrooms? Especially when my Final Fantasy character is an ankle-biting yet adorable pyromaniac. Oh my god. Love that for you. I tried to, like, get into Final Fantasy, but I felt like I was just so behind that I just couldn't catch up. And then I never played it. We need all the jade we can get. Where's my jade? How do I make more of you? Stone, gold, iridium, battery. Hopefully that'll be enough. See if we can make, like, I don't know. We'll make 5 more. I didn't know I had that many battery packs. The mushroom cave. Okay, I need to go back. Is what I'm hearing here. We need to get this jade production going. You haven't played it in a while since your bigger hard drive broke. That sucks. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna sell those and that. That is for a mission. That is for Robin. We have to go back to Ginger Island. Let me check the greenhouse as well, actually. Went from over 200 games down to 40. Damn. That could not have been easy. No, I can't get my cherry. There we go. Now we just have to start collecting things for the obsolete switch. Sucks. I bet it really hurts. Even when just one thing goes wrong with my PC. Oh, I did have melons here this entire time. What the heck? Why am I like this? We sell you. Okay. Dora, hello, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I need to water. Oh no, don't move. Don't move the doghouse. Khaleesi, stop it. Stop. I'm doing good. We're just finishing up this day. Let's go to the island. You lost big games like Final Fantasy and Halo. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yes, it's good to hear that you're well also. How is work been? How is life been? This game is super chill. It's a nice change. Chill games has been what I really need. Pure, thank you so much for stopping in and chatting. I hope your errands go well. Okay, that's 2 purple mushrooms. Let's go. We just need 2 more. Mine's 81 to 119 for the last 2. Okay. What does this even do? Oh. It takes me home! That's so cool. It is. It's huge. Okay. We just need 2 more. And then we're good. Where am I putting the coconuts? I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Coconuts, big ones, round ones, some as large as your head. Oh, that's not a chicken, Tor. It's a pigeon. You are a pigeon. And I'm... I love pigeons. You're a pigeon, and you guys, you have laid 37 eggs today. Yeah, look at them all. Oh, wait. Who just laid an egg? That's 38. And we've laid another egg. Look at that egg. Oh my god. Look at you all. My thing is, the highest now you've all outdone it. It was 30, now it's 38. Or is that 39? I can't really see. You're happy. I'm happy you found me too, Apple. I'm glad you like the singing. I try my very best. But yeah, every 50 eggs that you all lay in chat, which sounds weird, I add 30 minutes onto the stream. So you're at you've 39. 39 eggs now. So yeah, every 50 eggs is 30 minutes added onto the stream. You've got 39 eggs right now. So, you know, you need to beat your records every time. Tor, what are you confused about? You do. This is like whenever you chat, your pigeon will appear at the bottom of the screen. And you have a chance of laying an egg as you chat. So the more people chat, the more likely eggs are to be laid. Do not spam, Pulley! I will time you out, sir. I will time your ass out. And all the pigeons have different effects. So, Tor, you're the clown pigeon. Pretty Pops has the little hat. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't all start spamming! No! Oh no, Puli, you laid an egg. Do not make me time you out. From former IGL teammate, now I'm a pigeon. What a progress. Oh my god. You do not need this. You do not need this. Puli? Oh no, Vasily laid an egg. We're at 41. You are spamming. Oh my god. No. 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 That's it. No. I will not take this abuse. We shall not take this abuse. Oh my god. You are all menaces. You shall. No! Tor! Tor, stop laying an egg. Who else laid an egg? That's 43 eggs! Stop it! You're laying eggs everywhere. That's it. That is it. That is it. Wow, we are going to 100? No. Your top is 43, and guess what? It's the end of the stream. So you didn't reach the 50, so you don't get the extra 30 minutes. I didn't cheat you. You have to reach it by the end of the stream. And then you add 30 minutes. Your highest score right now is 43. So I'm going to have to make note of that.
Shame.
Shame? I'm being shamed?
Shame.
Silly, no, don't shame me.
Shame.
44? Who else laid an egg? Someone just laid an egg. Oh my god. You're so naughty. I'm not cheating. I've gone 15 minutes over.
7,000 fucking
Oh my god.
pigeons.
We're summoning
Eat
all the
this
people.
man.
No, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. We are gonna try and find someone to raid. The army. We've summoned the army. Put Dracarys in now. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Will you put the raid message in chat, Puli? He's probably too busy trying to spam me. Thank you everyone for joining me. Remember, we are streaming tomorrow. It's going to be another Stardew day. We'll see if you can beat your goal of 45 eggs, shall we? It's exclamation R, Puli. And it'll bring the raid message up for everyone. We are going to go over and raid our South African friend, Drachman, who is playing Rogue Legacy. So we are going to do that now. Remember, we do have a Discord, so if you want to chat offline about anything and everything, you can come on over to the Discord. I'd love to have you. And we also have my YouTube, and episode 5, Puli, is actually out. Not episode 4, where I do Minecraft videos. So if you want to see me play Minecraft, you can go over to YouTube. But yes, thank you everyone. Your support and just chatting, it makes my day. So let's go give Drachpan some love. Remember to copy and paste that raid message, and I will see you tomorrow.